Welcome to Mechanical Measurements and Metrology Lab. Here is the explanation for the experiment which are conducted, which are shown in the last video, that is Science Center experiment. And here we can see the Science Center setup. In the Science Center setup, you can see we have a sine bar and the cylindrical workpiece is placed with the help of center attachments. And over this workpiece, we can see we have a dial gauge. And in this, actually the procedure is we need to move the dial gauge for the set of slip gauge combinations. For this set of combination, and once you fix the set of slip gauge combinations, we need to move the dial indicator over the length of the workpiece until you are getting the null deflection. Suppose in the first trial, if you are not getting any deflection other than null deflection, then again we need to change the combination of slip gauges. So in the observation part, let me explain one by one. So least count of the vernier, that all of you know, it is 0.02 mm, whichever we are using in the lab. Least count of the dial indicator is 0.01 mm. Now we need to find out the larger diameter of the component as well as the smaller diameter of the component. So larger diameter of the component at this end, because it is a tapered cylindrical specimen. Smaller diameter is at this end. So we need to find out the larger diameter. In this experiment, we got D as capital D, that is a larger diameter, as 24.12 mm, and the smaller diameter of the component, small d, as 17.96 mm. Similarly, we need to find out the length, taper length of the component, that is the length of the specimen. Length of the specimen, here we got it as 55 mm. Now length over the roller, that means here we have the sine bar. So first we need to get the distance between the two rollers, that is a length. Now here we got this as 230 mm. Now diameter of the rollers, that is fixed, that is 30. For both, each one is 30 mm. Now length between the centers. So length between the centers means we need to get the distance from this center to this center. That means we have to deduct the radius of the first roller as well as the radius of the second roller. Since both the rollers having the diameter d, so that is the total length minus 2 into the radius of each, that is 2 into 15, that will be 30. So the length between the centers of the rollers, 230 minus 30, that will be equal to 200 mm. Now find out the approximate taper angle of the component. So we can use the formula tan theta is equal to d minus d divided by 2l, where d is the diameter at the bigger end and small d is the diameter at the smaller end, and length is l is the length of the specimen. So everything we have calculated, capital D, small d and l. Just substitute it and get the value of theta. So here we got the value of theta as 3.2 degree. Now find out the approximate height of the slip gauge combination. To get the approximate height of the combination, we need to get h approximate is equal to L into sin theta. So mathematically you can find out it, because theta is the angle. So sin theta, that is opposite by hypotenuse. So using that we can find out h approximate is equal to L into sin theta. So it is L is 55 into sin theta is sin 3.20. So we are getting it as 11.26 mm. Then final length of this, so using this combination, using this 11.26, for this we have used the slip gauges 10 and 1.26. So that combination is kept under this roller, and then the dial indicator is moved across this workpiece. So when you are moving across this workpiece, in some places it is not shown the zero deflection. That means here to get this taper angle, so here we need to move the dial indicator and we have to get the null deflection. If you are not getting the null deflection, again the combination of slip gauges has to be changed. So here again we have changed the combination of slip gauges. Finally, for the slip gauge combination of 11.12, that is 10 plus 1.12, we got the null deflection over the length of the specimen. So this is the h final, that is the height of the slip gauges, for which we got null deflection. Now using this h final, we can find out actual half taper angle of the specimen. That is theta is equal to sin inverse of h final divided by L. H final is the height of the slip gauges and L is the length of the specimen. So using this, we got the actual taper, half taper angle as 3.18. So that is what our aim in this experiment. So the result is the half taper angle of the given specimen is 3.18 degree centigrade. So this is how you can conduct the science center experiment.